Did you watch Napoleon the movie?
I have not been to the movies.
Do you like Joaquin Phoenix?
I think he's the greatest living actor.
Okay,
Wow,
we're on the
good.
same page. To me, it's top 3. I think Joaquin is phenomenal. Do you know the story about how much the budget was? Are you following any of this story with Napoleon?
Yeah, I've been overseas. I haven't been into it.
Okay, so $200 million to make.
Ridley Scott, yeah?
Yep, Ridley Scott, $200 million to make. To break even, they needed to do $400 million opening week. They did $79 million.
Oh.
Missed it by $321 million. I sat there, took, 10, 12 family members. We're sitting there watching the entire movie together. I couldn't believe they wasted a year of Joaquin Phoenix's life to make this shitty movie, okay? It was more like a documentary. You know how they do these documentaries where there's like actual actors dressed like warriors? You know what I'm talking? I don't know what they call it.
Recreate.
Reenactment.
You know what I'm talking
about.
about. That's what I felt. When you're done watching it, it's another example of destroying a Western leader and only showing his weakness. And he's walking around like a little weak man, insecure, rather than the general that he was. Not a single point in the movie was I even tempted to cry. How do you make a 3-hour movie, a 2-hour and 45-minute movie, and not make me cry a single time? Josephine dies. There was not a moment where I was like emotional about the way you took me there. You had an opportunity to take this movie in a way where, it almost reminded me of when Colin Farrell did Alexander. Remember when Colin Farrell did Alexander like 30 years ago and it was another miss and they're like, this was a bad job they did for portraying who Alexander was and all this other stuff. Very disappointing when I watched this myself, Joaquin. When you watch Walk the Line, when you watch some of these movies, you think like, dude, the guy's a freaking beast. This is very much of a misjob. I know you watch it as well with me.
It was one of those movies where, because normally, if it's a good movie, I'm not going to the bathroom. I don't care. I'll even time the drinking of the water throughout the day. I went to the bathroom 3 times and came back, and it was still just because, like he said, at least in Gladiator, and I mean, you can't compare the two, obviously, but Gladiator, it started with the war. They killed his wife. They hanged the wife. This was just like a day in the life of Napoleon, and like Pat said, just weak, and the girl was kind of, she was in charge, and like zero emotion, zero excitement, and like I said, I walked away. You could have, I think, like for people that have kids, you could just, if the kid's not going to sleep, play this movie, and the kid will pass out instantly.
It's a cure for insomnia. Is what it was.
Well, if there's one thing I know, it's that the greatest general and conqueror maybe in human history was definitely whipped by his wife, who is really the one calling all the shots. No question about it.
Yeah.
Josephine the Conqueror.
Yeah. She was
Josephine the Great.
The last 3 words, he says the last 3 words before he died was France, Army, Josephine.
Good.
The last 3 words. And he tweeted it out, I think, when he said that, Napoleon. Yeah, they still have it. It was a nice.
And you know what my 3 words when we left the theater was?
What's that?
Patrick, never again.
Yeah, that's right.
Those were my 3 words.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.